Oh, 4 minutes early. Hello, everyone. Oh, I forgot to turn the light on. Remy is here to say hello. I'm a couple minutes early. Usually I don't click on until 10 o'clock on the dot. I've turned another light on. As soon as the fur monster takes off, I will do that. So I was late getting a video up this week. It's been a very busy week. Um, yes, so did a video about, because we've been talking about salvages, um, leftover salvages that you normally throw away. And I had made a change purse there 1 week and made some fabric. So I made a little pouch. So that's what that looks like. And I put a label on it. Shocker. I usually forget. You can't even see it. Ooh. Anyway, it does say practical stitches on it, but it's not a very good label. So that's a nice size pouch. So that's two handy things, and then a fabric basket. So I think it was Sue. Hello, Linda. Hi, Linda. I am good. How are you? You've been very busy. So I think it was Sue that was saying that she liked this little pouch that I keep my clips in, which is actually that puffy coin purse. That is what that is. But this is, you can see this is not perfectly straight, very light, and it holds its shape, which nobody is more surprised than me. It does have those zigzag stitches all over it, which is not gorgeous. There. Am I getting the hang of making things zoom in on the camera? Anyway, so that's what the video was. It was a little late going up. I had it all filmed. It just was a matter of me getting it edited. What do I got on the floor? So, yeah, that was just kind of a happy. No, I think you can hear. Oh, sorry about that. I thought you guys missed her. Anyway. So yeah, I was quite surprised and pleased with how that turned out. I think it's kind of a fun thing to make, and it's very organic how you put it together because you don't know how it's going to turn out, and I like how it's not perfectly even, and you can still see some colors in there. I think it looks kind of cool. Anyway, so I made another one, but yes, the thread does show up on that quite a bit, like the zigzags. I don't know. Kind of adds to it a little bit, I think. And then I had the brilliant idea to use, which I didn't talk about in the video because I did this after. I thought, oh, why don't I try? Now, I don't know, because there's dark fabric on this, I made another one. And I used Invisifill thread. It's a thinner thread, which I don't think is the technical term. I forget what the weight, oh, it's 100 weight. that right? Yeah, I think it's 100 weight. So normal sewing thread is 40. So anyway, I tried. So this one's a little bigger, and I used that thread. So I don't know if that's better or worse, but wait for it to zoom in. I'm missing everything in the chat. Everyone is saying hello, very cute. Linda said, that's funny, it looks so much bigger on Instagram. And Cindy said she wouldn't mind seeing the zigzag stitching. Well, you definitely can still see it on here. But maybe if you didn't want it to show up as much. So you can see this is still fits in my hand. It's still not a huge bowl. There's the thread. And then, of course, this one is even smaller. Anyway, they are fun to make, and I kind of enjoyed it. And saying 5 meters of salvage sounds like a lot, but really it's not that much. It adds up quick. Like if you've been saving salvages for any length of time, you'd be able to make probably a much larger one. This was just my first attempt. And I love it. I think it's so adorable. So you're probably tired talking about that and hearing about it, but in case you didn't see the video, it is up there. Oh, Susan is here. Hello. Oh my, the cat's reading a message. Zeus, she's spelling. But yes, Susan, I thought because this is around the same size, you might like this little dish for clips. Anyway, so yes, so we've been getting lots of feedback about, oh, I've lost my phone, there it is, about sewing with scraps. It sounds like all of you that watch my channel do. You already sew all your scraps up or use them for something. And I think everybody does to a certain extent. I'm just seeing if I'm missing. Susan said those are cute. Giselle is here. Hi, Giselle. Hello, Edna. Who else did I miss? Lucy is here. Hello, Lucy. Hello, Cindy. Giselle said she saw the video today. Susan said she hasn't had a chance to look at the... Oh, dear. Something just fell and I don't know what it was. I thought the ceiling was landing on my head. I haven't had... that's okay. But that's what it was about, was using your salvages to make this little bowl. So yes, there's been lots of people talking about, I know, hello again, Tina. She said that she uses scraps, and everyone who's taught her to sew has. I think it's a common thing to use your scraps. Use because you pay a lot of money for this fabric, and I think it's kind of fun to do something. It's kind of like an improv thing. Maybe we'll get your sojo going, I guess. Ooh, I have a lot of salvages in here. So next week is my stitch social. This can be a very busy week for me. Um, Next week is my stitch social, and I'm thinking I might do a demonstration on these, perhaps. All kinds of things in this little basket. I was just seeing if there's actually um, salvages in here, and there is. Oh, and a piece of elastic. How handy! How handy is that? That's not a salvage, and neither is that. Or that. I don't know what that is. Okay. I was thinking I could do two things at once and sort through that. So yes, next week's gonna be busy, and I thought maybe if anybody was interested to see, it's not hard. If I can do it, you guys can do it. I know that for sure. Very simple thing to do. Yes, I have lots of pieces of salvage, so I'll definitely be able to do a demonstration. I was thinking maybe I used it all up, but as you can see, I have not. And Giselle gave me an idea today about using, because you can make the fabric bowls out of larger pieces as well. Like some people do, I don't know, is it jelly rolls? That's 2.5 inches. Obviously, you could use bigger strips, but yeah, I think it's a good way to use your salvages. And yeah, I'm wondering if you could use it with binding pieces as well, like little bits. Giselle gave me that idea today. Um, mm, mm. Did I make that Lacala top? Well, no, I didn't. But oh my gosh, stuff is flying everywhere. Um, I thought I got this hauled out. Took me 2 days to get my printer hooked up. So this is the garment I wanted to remake into something. So as you can see, it is just very wrinkled. It's like just a square, it's like a pinafore. It's very long, and I have this tore apart. I have the hem all picked out of it. I just have to press it. And I have it printed off. And I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that out of this. Maybe. Here's the picture. Is there instructions? Oh, okay. Yeah, so there's quite a few pieces to this. And yeah, this would be better. So there's quite a few pieces, and that is what it's supposed to look like. The neckline is cut out. I hate it when they do it that way. You're probably not going to be able to see that, but it's one big piece. So I'm just thinking, because this is so long, that I would be able to get like top bottom, but with that style neckline, I might not get it out of this. But I'm definitely making some sort of vest out of this. Because this fabric, well, now that's inside out. Where's the tag? Dry clean only. Well, that didn't happen. I can tell you. Where's the tag? It's Eddie Bauer. 55 polyester, 30 rayon, 15 wool. Anyway, it feels really nice, and I thought it would make a nice vest. Because the fabric doesn't look really worn or anything. And I think this is probably 20 years old. It's been in my closet all this time. And I always thought it would be nice to do something with it. It has double stripe in there. I don't know if you can. It just looks like a fuzzy thing, but it's not. There, you can see. It's black with a faint pinstripe. It's definitely going to become some sort of vest. I just don't know if it's going to be this one. Anyway, I'll get it taped together and have a play with it and see what happens. Oh, because there was ties on it as well. And now I don't know where those are. All of a sudden, that just struck me. Where did I put those? That's a question. That's a question for all of us to answer. Where did I have that? I picked it up. Probably dropped it. Oh my goodness. Brain's not working today. Anyway, there are ties on it, so instead of doing the belt, which takes up a lot of fabric, I was going to just use the ties that I've lost there somewhere. I thought I had it with it. And then I just picked it up and slung it, so who knows where they are. I sent them flying somewhere. Anyway, I'll find them. Okay, sorry. The brain is just distracted. So I think last week I tried to do a crazy quilt block. So now I've tried it on uh, interfacing or fusing. So I fused this very painstakingly. It took some patience to lay all these little pieces out. And then I tried some stitches on my sewing machine. Uh, I used a bunch of different ones. And it's not showing up right now because camera will not focus. Shocker. So it's they're not all sewn down, but quite a few of them are. So I think that's the best way to start, and then you can move things around or put stuff over top if you want. It keeps it nice and flat. It works better than that disaster I had happening last week. And then you can sew or do embroidery or whatever you like on it. Everybody wants to know how Giselle's butter tarts turned out that she was making. Susan made ginger shortbread this week while she was stuck inside during their 50-centimeter snowfall. Well, and Giselle is saying that her butter tarts ended up being magic and they turned into a blueberry pie. I That sounds pretty good. Uh, uh, uh. So Giselle thinks this looks pretty. I don't know. When I was looking at it in the camera, I thought it was kind of because I have a lot of little pieces. And oh, almost showing up with the shame you can't see all the stitches. Someday we will get this camera figured out. Or maybe I'll just get new gear. Yeah, so I used a bunch of different ones, and yeah, I'm not really finished. I also just used a straight stitch and sewed around them. So, um, yeah, it's a good way to use stitches on your sewing machine. And then if you want to do some hand embroidery, you could do that as well. But I think that turns some people off and they think, oh, I can't do that. But you do have all those embroidery stitches on your machine. I used variegated embroidery thread that's like yellow and white on here. So you can use up a bunch of your threads, like colors you don't normally use or something, and play with your stitches. But yeah, I like it because it's nice and flat. It's not bulky. And I can continue to play with stitches on there. But yes, that's a good way to use just random scraps and a piece of fusing. And actually, you could probably do this as a quilt as you go project and then put batting on it and quilt it or something. Uh, Susan says, what am I going to do with the blocks? Well, you know, what I'm going to do is I have a quilt show coming up, and I thought I would do a bunch of different quilt blocks and with some of the different fabrics I have and see if that sparks any interest. It's the idea I had. So I thought I would, you know, like have the different threads and um, the interfacing I sell, that kind of stuff. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to just make some random quilt blocks out of some different fabrics and see what happens. But if I was going to make a bunch of these, I would probably make a bag or something, or use this as a pocket, or maybe not this particular one, but I might do that as well. But yeah, this is something, if you had a bunch of scraps, you could just do a quilt block every time before you start sewing, and then you would play with it a little bit and do one every once in a while. Because this did not take me very long. It took the longest part was laying them out and trying to get the iron to hold it in place, and then the sewing part was fast. Like I did this in under an hour. So yeah. And same with this. This definitely, I only had, I filmed almost the whole thing and I had 26 minutes of video to dumb down. Perhaps I should have made it a little shorter, but yeah, under 30-minute project for sure. I did not. What I did with this was I took a piece of fusing, lightweight interfacing, double dot interfacing, or fusing, I guess is the proper term. And I laid these out on the fusing, and then I pressed it to get them to stick, and then I used different embroidery stitches. Come on, focus. To get them to stay, and no, I didn't use the satin stitch. I used embroidery thread and did various stitches. And then when you're done doing your embroidery stitches and all that, then you would quilt it again. It's not going to fray. It's going to take a long time for that to fray. Plus, I starched it. So, if you were concerned about fraying, then you could do smaller embroidery stitches on your machine. Because I have like a blanket stitch, and there's well, this stitch right here is kind of like the blanket stitch. Oh, there, that's showing up better. Some of the different ones. Finally, we got it to focus. That only took, what, a half an hour? So they're not all sewn around. I don't think it's going to fray that much. And I'm not done stitching over it. So does that answer your question, Susan? Susan said that's a great idea. The multiple layers of fabric would make it great for a bag. Yeah, I think like you could have some, like maybe one side, like 4 blocks, and then a pocket and matching fabric. I don't know. You could do a whole range of things. Now this is a 6-inch square. You could go bigger, but this fits nicely under your machine, and then you can just sew them together when you want to make it bigger. So, yeah, so that's my idea of, so you may see, I don't know if I'll show them on here if you guys are interested in seeing some different fabrics sewn into quilt blocks so you see what they look like. I was going to concentrate on the Ankara fabrics that I have, because I have a lot of them. And I think people get distracted when they see it because it often is referred to as African wax print, and people assume it has wax on it, so they're kind of shy away from it. And it doesn't have wax. Like, that's just the printing process, which is the same as batiks, and people, there's not wax on them. All right. Oh, Lucy has started sewing her first Project Dress a Girl dress today. Nice. Yes, Giselle, I did get your photo and we're going to show it. That's what gave me the idea about using binding pieces to make one of these. You always have little bits of binding, although they would probably stretch a little bit, but I don't know, it might still work. Gotta have a drink. Susan says, good stuff, Lucy. Good for you, Lucy. Yes. Getting all busy with Project Dress Girl. And yes. All right. I should probably show you the photo since we're talking about her pot holders. And Cindy, I forgot to ask you, is it okay if I show you the picture you gave me today? Okay. These are nice pot holders, and she used she has different bindings sewn on here. There we go. Oh, that did that right away. Nice. So hopefully I don't want to move the thing too much because then it'll unfocus. I need a pointing stick. But you can see right here, she has different bindings sewn together, which is a good idea. I like them. I like that the color combo. And I like the quilting she did on the back as well. And the cute button that holds the, oh, I don't know if it's going to show up or not. Come on. It's so light. Hopefully you can see that nice quilting design she did on the back. Okay, Susan has a question for you, Giselle. She did tell me what she made these out of. Oh, here we go. I just know if I say it by memory, I'm going to get it wrong. Yes, so she made the pot holders from leftover fabric. And the binding was pieced. She quilted both sides of the pot holders separately. And she used that special heat safe stuff in between the layers. I think that's it. What else? So, Project Dress-a-Girl news. I'm giving a speech next week. Luba sent me a message, and the dresses are all boxed and ready to go to the Ukraine. So they will probably be there by Easter for sure. What am I looking up? Photos. So Cindy made a top out of some fabric that was pre-owned fabric. Oh, I don't know why there's a little thing. I forgot to turn my light on. I said I was going to and then I forgot. So that's McCall's 8054. And I do have this pattern. I've been wanting to make it and I'm going to have to dig it out again. I actually have the fabric pulled out to make it and everything. Story of my life. Anyway. So yes, I have to give a speech next Friday. I should still be able to do a live, so I'll tell you all about it. And what else? Then the Stitch Social is the next day. And yeah, it's going to be busy. So, yes. Oh, and this week I had a flash sale. I hope that you all got to see it. I I think I will do one again in the future because I think it worked. And I hope people feel like they get a good deal. Although my shipping messed up, it was supposed to be free shipping if you spent so much money. And for some reason, it wasn't coming off. So, anyway, everybody got reimbursed for the shipping they were charged. Sorry about the confusion on that, but it's all worked out now. Well, the sale is over now. It was a 18-hour sale on the 18th, 18% off. So I hope people enjoyed that little little sale. Da, da, da. And yeah, so I think doing a demonstration at the Stitch Social, maybe the fabric bowls, and I'll bring. I think the ladies already do this, that go to it, but you never know. Somebody might be interested in my take on things, maybe. So yeah, and the fabric bowl's kind of a fun organic project to do. I enjoyed it, and there might be another um, demonstration there as well from a guest. That'll be fun surprise. I got something popping up on here. Cindy liked the sale, so that's good. Good, good, good. Yes, there was a few people that took advantage of the sales. So, because I don't have sales that much, I used to try and do other things. Is my Stitch social like a guild meeting? I've never been to one, so I doubt it. It is just something I put on a Stitch social. It's just a place for people to gather that like to do sewing or knitting, any kind of stitching. Bring your embroidery, your cross stitch, or knitting, crochet. I have a lot of knitters, a lot of crocheters. I have a few sewers, and sometimes we get some new people, which are always welcome because it's just a place to meet people that is interested in the same things you might be interested in. So you can meet some friends. And I bring some fabrics, which usually I try and have give them for a good price, bring a few things and to sell, and usually there's a door prize. I don't know what the door prize is going to be this time. I like my fabric bowl too much. I don't think people think that's door prize. I don't know what we're gonna do. I usually make something. The admission has changed. I used to charge like a set price, and I was going to raise the price, and everybody decided that it was better if it was just pay what you think you would like to pay, because I have to rent the building. So, anyway, we'll see how it goes. But I doubt that that's like a guild meeting. I don't know what happens at a guild meeting. Giselle says sounds like fun. I would go to something like that for sure. Cindy says it's a lot of fun, Giselle. Do what makes you happy and lots of talking and laughs. Yeah. Yes, it's very loud. I sometimes have a hard time telling anybody anything. Like if I have something new to share, or like try and draw a name for a prize or something. And I think this time I might do something different instead of drawing a name. But I have to find a prize first, so I guess I have to make something. So I'm going to be very busy this week. I have to fine tune my speech. I have to finish my gilet, which has not, it doesn't have a lot left to do, but I don't have much progress made on it. I need to make a door prize, my speech, get ready for the Stitch Social. I'm going to make something to wear to my thing. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be busy this weekend. Woo! Lucy says too far for her to go to attend. Yes. But if you're ever in the area, you're more than welcome to come. Yeah, so what am I going to make for a prize? Any ideas, people? Oh, goodness, sorry about that. I did have something half cut out. Now I don't even know where I put it. Or the dimensions. I started to, and then it became kind of complicated. I don't know what it seems like there's a lot of things I don't know where they are. How did that happen? So yeah, so hopefully I will also have another video for you, or maybe what I'm going to make out of that pinafore. If I can get a vest out of it or something. That would be nice. I feel like I'm forgetting to tell you something. That's why I am very scatterbrained. What have I forgotten? Yeah, I think that's it. Yes, my hands are looking, I noticed in the video, my hands are looking pretty rough. There's, that's just dry skin, and I scratched it, so it looks yucky. And then I skinned my knuckles today. I think I even bruised them. My phone fell down in between the seats, and I could see it. So I stuck my hand in there to grab it, and my hand got stuck in there. I couldn't get it out. Oh dear. So I think that's all the news that I have. I kind of ran through it there at the beginning. Yes, and wish me luck on my little speech. Yes, I need to get some pictures printed off, I think. I don't really have that many pictures, so. Oh, and I'm going to try and update the Ko-fi account page for this year and have a few pictures put up that you haven't seen before. So I should have those up soon. Do I have something in mind to make for my speech? Yes. You mean to wear? Cindy is asking me. This is what I want to make. With this vest. Oh, it's kind of like a jacket. This is what I want to make. I do have other fabric I can make it out of, but I really wanted to make it out of that. So I may have to do something else. Maybe I'll just make this and get it done, and I'll just make something else out of that. But, yes, now that I finally have this printed out, I should stick it together. I think I'll definitely have to make it longer, because I find everything is short for these, because I think it's 5'6", and I'm 5'10". Although really that should only matter for pants. It's just I do find things come out short, like sleeves and waists. So I think just to make, because that's not very long, I might make it just add a couple inches anyway, just to make it a little longer. And then I'll have a bigger hem to play with as well. So I don't think they leave yet 3 centimeters for a hem. That's not very much. I would do a longer one, so I think I'll add some length to it. Plus I would line it. And I don't think this is lined by the looks of this. No. I'm just quickly reading. Yeah, I would add a facing or a lining to it as well. So, and I'll be wearing it on the live next week because I will be probably just getting home from that. So yeah, it's gonna be busy week next week and this weekend getting all this stuff. Gonna have to be razor focused like I'm not now. Oh dear. Well, I don't know. Is it what is does anybody have any special plans this weekend? I have a lot to do, so I have to pick a thing and just do it. Susan is going to be quilting. How is that going? You said you were having problems with it. And cleaning. She's going to be quilting and cleaning. I need to do that too. Not since last week. That is rough, being stuck in the house as a snowstorm. Can't go anywhere because you can't go anywhere. Yes, we're supposed to be getting another snowstorm Monday. Cindy says her mind is full of plans, but probably won't be able to do them all. Sewing, knitting are on top of the list. And Susan's getting more snow because they don't have any, by the sounds of it. Yeah, you guys are getting hit hard with snow. And it seems like it snows almost every day, even when it says it's not supposed to snow, it's snowing. So, I think we're going to leave it there because you don't want to listen to me hum and haw about things. Yes, and I think I have enough salvages to do another demo or two. I'm just gonna fill this basket full of salvages, and that'll be my demo for my Stitch Social, I guess. It might be fun. Somebody else might want to make one. You never know. We could have a, I think that's a plan. Yes. All right. Cindy says she's going to check her salvages tomorrow. Nice. Susan says yes, it's snowing every day. Yeah, sick of it. Sick of the snow. I've had enough. I know that. And I think that was that noise I heard earlier. I think something, because there's snow is hanging off the roof, icicles everywhere. It's just like living in frozen. It's like being in Canada, being frozen for sure. Yeah, so I think I have lots of salvages. I don't need to worry about running out of those anytime soon. And I probably should sew some. No, I'll leave it. It doesn't take long to sew them together. There's not much to them doing it. Yeah, alright. Well, I hope you all have a great weekend and you get a chance to do some sewing and enjoy yourself at your sewing machine. Have a great weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye.